This is the Gronak build for Fallout 4. This is how you get most of the kit and how to min-max some of the skills you're going to need to build an all melee build. Now, we're going to first start off with the perks. I would suggest heavily to get 4 points in your strength build, just so you can get your armor and big league swing and blacksmith skills. They're pretty good for the blacksmith, and the armor builds will be pretty good for if you find weapons that are more likely suited for you later on, that are way more powerful. But the Gronak's axe is super powerful as it is, so you might not have to. But having the upgrade abilities is very key. Now, perception, you can get away if you don't want to do that. You don't have to do this. You can get away with 1 point. But if you're going to build a lockpicking skill, you can cheat it out by getting 3 points and getting the bobblehead at the first town. Now for endurance, I would at very least get 4 points. Maybe get 3 so you can get the life giver, but you might want to get the chem resistance, but you can get that later on too when you start getting more chems for the psycho and the med-X that you're going to be using all the time. Now charisma, it's going to be 1 or 3. It kind of depends on if you want to go lone wanderer or not. You can get away with either one. It just kind of depends on if you want to help or not. You could probably get this later on without using the points fairly early on, so you can use the rest to get further on. Now for intelligence, you can go 1 point into this. That's what I would highly suggest doing, but it kind of depends on what you want to do. You can go into it and just go straight to hacker in case you don't want the perception build at all into your kit. That way you can still get the Grognak's axe, which you're going to need either one, especially to get through the game. But you can also build 7 points chemist, and you can get more effectiveness out of your drugs and chems that you're going to be putting in your system, which is really good. Now maybe that would be way later on, but is still an amazing thing to put into your pretty much your build. But I would highly recommend not doing this unless you're mid-maxing every single other part of your build. And this might be later for like level 30 or something when you have extra points, maybe putting in your intelligence or your strength. There's not much else in there that you would probably want for your build. But here's the important part: agility. You want 6 or 9 points into this. It kind of depends on what you plan on using VATS or not. Now blitz with VATS on a melee character, you're literally teleporting all over the fight to the targets you want to kill. If you're using VATS and you're a melee character, this is crucial. Especially if you plan on using VATS, you're going to be getting a lot of AP points out of the fact that you're using agility. Let alone that you're going to be teleporting towards your opponents. It's crucial to get. But if you're not going to do that and you don't want to use VATS, you just want to run at people, slamming on them, moving target makes you way tankier when you're rushing them down, which is super good for just soaking up damage. It's why you're going to be getting a lot of points in your endurance later on and stuff like that. You're just going to be tanking damage. What the hell did I do? Now for luck, you can get 1 to 3 points, 6 or 7. Now if you're doing a lot of VATS play, like if you're just doing regular playing without using VATS or anything like that, you probably don't want to put much into this. But if you're going to, you want 6 or 7, because if you're using VATS, this gives you insane damage. Those criticals will be just swinging at people. And it's very, very powerful to put more criticals, doing 50 more damage per hit every time you get a critical. And you'll probably be getting criticals a lot just because of how high your luck is and how many times you'll be using VATS, teleporting in and out of fights. It's just insane, especially on the drugs you're going to be on. And the critical saver, getting 4 or 5 crits on these big bosses as the game goes on, while on psycho, while on med-X. The damage you're doing is incredible at close range, and you're going to be tanky too. It's something you just can't give up. Now I'm going to show you where to get the bobblehead I was speaking of earlier, the perception. Now, we're going to pick up this Robo Fund because why not? It's going to be in the same room. Now, this is off the first quest that you get from your Robo Buddy earlier on the game. Now, it's going to be sitting right on this desk, easy to find, no problem, and immediately you can get the lockpick perk, which is amazing for getting the axe you're going to want. The Gronak axe is one of the best weapons you can get, especially as early as you're going to. We're not even going to reach 5 before we get this, which is pretty good. Now, this is where it is. It's located in this comic book store. This is the outside of it. You're going to be looking for that sign when you're walking down the street. Now, you want to go to Diamond City really quick, and then you can go it's straight to the right and up from these 2 locations. They're great checkpoints to find where this is. Go on in. Immediately go straight over to the case. Now, I forgot to level up my locksmith, which is why I'm going back into this, to show you that you should level it up. It's an advanced lockpicking case. You can use hacking to do this as well, but you probably want to use lockpicking. Lockpicking is a little bit more of an item is going to be more useful for a lot more cases than anything else. And then there's going to be a lot of feral ghouls in here. I didn't get my axe at first, but you will see the power of this build. This is just a powerful weapon. Just look at how powerful this thing is. It's just incredibly powerful. You're going to equip it. Just go through all of these guys. They're nothing to you. They're easy to kill. There's nothing they can do. It's just look at the power of this. You saw the power of my pipe before that. Now look at this thing. I'm carving through these guys. They're not even a problem. Like, I'm just flying through them. And with the agility where I'm at, there's nothing they can do. They can't slow me down, and I just get to dive on them. Get to teleport throughout the battlefield, just slashing them, beating on them, doing whatever I please. As far as I can want to go, and I'm just slaughtering them. That's just how powerful this build is. Like, look at this. Just bam, bam, just constantly killing these guys. Just power incarnate. Now we're going to go into the best part of this. It's going Breaking Bad style. We're going to use psychos, psycho buffs, psycho jet, med X, fury. These are the cores of some of these builds because they're huge, gigantic buffs. It's fairly easy to build some of them and find some of the materials. I'm maybe a half hour into the game and I already found enough to build some of this. I'm going to show you this in action. Now, you've seen what I was doing earlier with just the axe to those guys. They were going down in like 2 hits. Now, I'm going to be one-shotting these guys. Like, look. Bam! 1. Another one. Oh, yeah, I'm trying. I missed one. He's dead. It's abusive. It's not even a problem. They just die instantaneous. And using this, alongside the fact that I can teleport using VATS, it's just unstoppable. You're teleporting in the fight. You're doing twice the damage. You're doing 25% more damage. You're doing 20% damage resistance. It's insane. Like, you're just going to be going in, killing everybody for free, doing a lot of damage. And this is before I even put perks in that increase my damage on melee weapons. Now, what you want to do is you want to go up this stairwell on air to go find some of the rest of the equipment for the full gear. Up in this room, go right after them. There's more ghouls in here. It's like basically a boss fight. You slaughtering them with this stuff. Like, look at him. He is a glowing ghoul. With these buffs, I'm already doing this much damage. Like, I'm constantly destroying people. Bam. Like, these guys are strong as hell right now, and I'm still just slamming through them. And because of all the agility I have, everything I can do, and the fact that I can teleport, I can sit there and just keep whacking away until I get my critical. Like, look at this bar building up because of all the attacks I can wage. And then I'm going to do a critical attack on top of it. It's insane. Like, it's unstoppable. And now I get to go straight over and get the Gronak outfit, the costume, which gives you +2 strength. Which for melee class is unbelievably good. But putting this on, immediately insane damage output. More carry weight. And you can put armor on with it. You can put armor, leg pieces, arm pieces, increasing your defense even more. It's insane. Look at this stuff. I still got armor on. I got a stupid goofy baseball cap on. I got goggles on. I got full arm gear. And now look, I'm just still drugged up, swinging at super mutants. They're not even a problem. Just destroying everything that looks at me wrong. Teleporting throughout the battle. There's nothing they can do. And this is before level 5. I still haven't even put on the buff to increase my damage. Look, these guys have skulls, and I'm just hacking away at them using criticals that I'm getting after just a couple of these. I'm at half health because of all the radiation I took fighting the glowing ghouls. Like, the ghouls are giving me all this radiation. I'm at half health during this fight. And I'm just swiping away at him, killing everybody. Like, there's not even a problem. And I'm just teleporting on him, constantly slashing, destroying them. They're not even a problem. It's 3 shots, and he's fucking dangerous. And it's just loot, pillage, and kill. It's not even a problem. It's just easy. It's just unfair. Like, it shouldn't be allowed to just go in and do this much damage, but you can. And that's the fun of this. That's why you want to play as Gronak the Barbarian. Look at the damage as I cleave his skull.